Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of bodybuilding updates. The first one is just some shocking, terrible, and sad news. Jason Lowe passed away at the age of 38. He died. So his wife posted this on his IG account, and she informed us that this happened yesterday. And man, everybody was so shocked because nobody has an idea why this happened. In the comment sections of every single post and all the bodybuilding pages shared this, everybody is asking why, how, and you might have clicked on this video because you're hoping that I'm gonna tell you why this happened or to tell you this is not due to use of the anabolics, but I can't tell you that because I don't know either. I don't think it was shared so far, but you can see on his IG account that only 2 days ago or a day before this, he was posting these training videos. And he looked normal, man. He looked healthy, he looked strong and big and everything. But even if it was something related to what I mentioned before, that could have happened, instantly, unexpectedly. Maybe he was checking his blood work, but you never know with these things. There are so many people in the world who are not bodybuilders, who are at his age or even younger, that are dying. So it can be anything. It could be like a car accident. It doesn't have to mean that it's that. So we have no idea, and it's definitely not cool to assume, to speculate. So let's wait. Maybe they're gonna announce what actually happened, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that he passed away, and it's so terrible, man. I'm so sorry. If you check the comment section of this post, you will see basically the entire bodybuilding community, all the top names in bodybuilding sharing their condolences here. So this is definitely devastating news. I don't know what else to say, guys. I mean, I don't know why this happened. You can make your own assumptions, but it's pointless. It could be anything, and even if it is due to a health issue, it doesn't have to mean that it's because of his steroid abuse. It could be just genetic thing. You never know. Now, as far as Jason Lowe and who he was, for those of you who maybe didn't know about him, he used to be a very good classic competitor. Later, he graduated to 212, and eventually he went and competed in the Open. Now, he wasn't big enough for the Open division. He really tried, he trained hard, he got big, but it wasn't big enough, so he never really became a successful Open bodybuilder, but he was pretty successful in Classic, and he had a very nice physique, very cool physique, very good shape, very aesthetic, and he was posting a lot of training videos. I used to follow him. I used to love to watch him train and grow because he came from a smaller division, from a 212, or before that from Classic, and then he progressed. He got bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's what I like to watch, what I like to follow, guys who are actually trying really hard and managing to grow into a bigger class. That's always very exciting. So I used to follow him, but yeah, very devastating news. I don't know what else to say, guys. Rest in peace, Jason Lowe. All right, now let's move on to more positive topics, and we got a physique update from this peak nutrition athlete right here, or actually was it my protein nutrition athlete? Which one is it? Maybe both? Yeah, I think it's both. Oh no, sorry, wait, Iblis is sponsored by My Protein, and Mike Sommerfeld is still with the peak nutrition, that's right. Anyways, Mike Sommerfeld looks like this right now at 6-ish weeks out of the Arnold Classic, and guys, let me tell you, this looks absolutely phenomenal. This looks very good. The size is impressive, the fullness is there, the conditioning is definitely coming along, but the question is, how big can he stay? Really? He's going to be in shape, he's going to be shredded, no doubt about that. The only question is, how big can he stay, and that's it. Because at the Mr. Olympia, if there wasn't for new measurements, he won that Mr. Olympia easily. He had to lose another 10-ish pounds of just muscle, and he looked much worse. Now here, he looks big again. He definitely regained the muscle he lost, but how much of this muscle will he be allowed to keep? Look at the legs. They're big again. They're massive. And then look at the upper body as well. It's big, it's full, he's wide, he's bubbly. He's also shredded already. This is like 2-3 weeks out conditioning. No more than that, I wouldn't say. But what is his weight right now? Of course, that's a secret. Nobody will know until he's actually measured behind the stage. So I don't know what his weight is, but I'm pretty sure he has the weight for freaking open. I don't know if he can even make the 212 weight cap right here. He's so big. So once he actually makes the classic physique weight cap, this is not going to look this big. This is not going to look this full unless he managed to get taller somehow. That was his promise at a Mr. Olympia. You guys remember that? At a press conference. He said, I promise you I'm going to get taller for the next show I do. So I don't know how he plans on doing that. Maybe by stretching a lot in the off season, maybe by doing another spinal surgery or whatever, but maybe he will actually be taller. Maybe some more hair transplant would get the job done. I don't know, but if he actually manages to be measured taller, then he can be allowed to weigh more. But is he going to risk it? Because if he doesn't make the weight and the height, what is he going to do? Like, there isn't going to be enough time to lose 10 pounds in a couple of hours. So he'll probably go with the safe option and try to be as big, as full as possible with his actual weight cap. At least I hope so. At least I hope there won't be any cheating at the Arnold Classic. Again, if all goes well for him, if he's not forced to lose too much weight, this is looking phenomenal. This is looking great right here. This is looking epic. But he's going against Wesley Wissers, and that's going to be tough. Beating Wesley, if Wesley is peaked, if Wesley is the way he was at the 2024 Arnold Classic, which is very difficult to accomplish, but if that happens, can Mike beat Wesley? If Mike is 100% on and Wesley is as well, yeah, I would go with Mike, but we'll see what's going to happen. It's definitely going to be a very, very interesting Arnold Classic and two very different classic physiques. Who do you guys think is going to win? One thing is for sure, Mike is looking awesome right now, and so is Wesley. All right, the next thing we got is something also very, very interesting, and it's Samson Dauda, who looks like an absolute Hulk right here. But what is more interesting is that he's training his shoulders again. He's doing some military presses on a Smith machine again. And how much weight is he lifting now? You can't see. Why? Because he's not going to show it to us. Is it a coincidence that he blocked me after I made my video about his training and basically I said that he's weak and lifts very light? I did say that that works super well for him and I have nothing against it, and I'm not suggesting he could look better by doing anything else. I just observed what he was doing. But maybe it's a coincidence that he blocked me for something else and now he's hiding the weight that he's lifting. I mean, in that first video that I reacted to, he was actually lifting like 10 kilo plates, which is 25 pounds per side, compared to Kevin Levrone. That looked silly to me. It looked funny. But again, he has massive shoulders, bigger than Kevin Levrone's probably. I mean, that's arguable, but maybe. I mean, he's overall just much bigger. So again, whatever he's doing, it's working, but I just thought it was interesting to see that, to notice that, to observe that. And now we are no longer going to get to see what weights Samson is lifting. And I totally get that. So we have no idea how much weight is on this bar, on this machine, but we know one thing. Man, he looks insanely large. This is crazy. I mean, I made a reaction video to Andrew's training and what he looks like, and yeah, maybe Andrew is more of his muscles are peaking. Samson is more, I wouldn't say flatter, because Samson is not flat by any means, but he's not popping. He's not as peaky, if that makes sense. His muscles are not as peaky, but they're just also very, very round, cloudy. He looks like a freaking cloud right here. And look at him when he's doing the shoulders right here. This is just super insane. Super insane. I don't know how long does he plan doing this, pushing for size? How far is he willing to take this? How big he plans on getting? I have no idea, but Look at him right now. This is just insane. This is just so freaky, man. So insane. I mean, one thing is for sure. We're going to see the biggest freak of the freaks, probably of all time. In the 2026, I don't know on stage if it's going to be the case, but in the gym, in his training videos, for sure. For sure. This is just crazy right here. Crazy amount of size. And he's accomplishing this by training his own way, and it's working. It's working really well. You guys tell me down below whatever you think about it. All right, and the last thing we got is something also very interesting, and it's about Sam Sulek. But also I wanted to address a comment that I see sometimes in my comment section. Apparently people don't like my tight t-shirts. And somebody wrote a comment and said it's a European thing, and I don't know if it's any different in US, but over here, yeah, we like to wear tight fit shirts. And there aren't that many oversized t-shirts to just buy here, like it's very rare. So if there is a clothing company that wants to sponsor this channel, just let them know that I need some big t-shirts so you guys don't feel too uncomfortable. Anyways, the next thing we got is Sam Sulek's prediction for himself, where he thinks he'll place at the Arnold Classic. Check it out.
For me, I think it's going to be crazy to get to stand up next to a freaking Mike Sommerfeld. You know, I'm looking at this as a show. Like, I'm coming just to bring my best package. That's all I can really worry about. And I know I'm going to have a ton of fun anyway, because even right now, let's assume the next 6 weeks I don't totally blow it. I'm just going to be excited to be there. Plus, it's one of the biggest shows in the world. As long as I know I bring it and I come in the best shape I can, which I'm good. You know, I'm way more excited about this show than my last two, because I know I'm bringing it extra this time. And really, placements is kind of just going to be whatever.
All right, fair enough. Humble, very humble. And we're sitting here, we're talking about whether he deserves to be on that sort of a stage. Can he place in the top 5? Can he do something? We have Nick Strength and Power making 2 videos a day about Sam Sulek. But this guy just wants to compete. He just wants to be on that stage. Say what you will, but he managed by himself, with no one's help, to get to that stage. To get to the Arnold Classic, to win that show, deservedly, amateur show, and to go to the Arnold Classic as somebody who won the amateurs. That's how it works at the Arnold. And also, I think if he wanted to compete at the Arnold, I think he would get an invite, you know, without being qualified, really. So that's the thing with Arnold. They can invite whoever they want. And if Sam is interesting to be in that lineup, and he is for sure, he's going to get there. And he made himself interesting. He also qualified. So what else would we want? Now, where he will place, actually, we'll see that, but it's going to be probably quite low, unless the judges are also gonna try and actually place him higher than he should be for the promotion of the sport. But we'll see about that. He does look great. I think he's gonna be much better than last year. But again, can he place in the top 5 or 6, something like that? I don't see that. I don't think so. But it's still going to be awesome to see him on that stage. It's going to be an awesome experience for him. So whatever you guys think, tell me down below in the comment section. Subscribe to this channel, like the video. See you soon, guys. All the best, and bye-bye.